And more palm-colored news dealing with road rage, because it seems like there's a damn road rage story about once a week or once every couple of weeks. You have this person right here whose name is London David Feldman II, who, in the midst of a road rage incident, shot this woman in the face. And the woman happened to be black. And this story is coming out of North Carolina. Now, I just did a story, like really, literally just did a story about a Latino man chasing a black man 7 blocks for 13 minutes after attacking him. And the day before, he attacked a black woman too in Las Vegas. And now we have this. A 43-year-old woman was shot in the face during a road rage incident at about 10:40 a.m. Sunday on Highway 321 near the Lincoln-Gaston County line, the Lincoln County Sheriff stated in a news release. Deputies were called to the scene where both vehicles were pulled over to the shoulder. During the altercation, a driver by the name of London David Feldman II of Hickory shot into a car driven by Angela Michelle Duncan, striking her. Feldman was charged with a felony count each of assault with a deadly weapon, inflicting serious injury, and discharging a firearm into occupied property. He is under a $35,000 secured bond. $35,000? That is way too low for a person that pulled a gun on someone and shot them in the face for a road rage incident. And the thing is, when you think of road rage, I think they're using that terminology too loosely, because I'm willing to bet that it's not even as bad as they claim it is. But like I tell you, when it comes to road rage, no one has a bigger road rage problem than PC. And I mean that. And I think those are just the facts. Deputy seized 2 guns from Feldman's vehicle and a firearm from Duncan's vehicle. Wow, that's crazy. And at least she was, at least she was armed. At least she was armed. Unfortunately, she just wasn't ready for what was about to happen. But that's crazy. I'm trying to make sure that I'm going over exactly everything that correctly that this thing says, because I saw it says that they were to the scene where they were both vehicles pulled over on the shoulder. So that was after the fact. Okay, I thought he was bold enough to pull the gun on her while they were there. But yeah. I wish I could say I'm surprised by this entire thing. I wish I could say I'm surprised about the road rage. I wish I could say I'm surprised that he shot this woman in the face. I wish I could be surprised that he got a $35,000 secured bond. But I'm not surprised by any of those scenarios. Why? Because this is America. These individuals have gotten away with way less for doing even worse than what he just did right here. But like I tell you, when it comes to road rage, they are undefeated in that category. They will follow you to your home. I remember a story I did a couple years ago where this person actually followed this person. I think it was a black person that they were following because of road rage. And it was a road rage to them. It could be someone just getting in front of them or going around them and getting in front of them. And they get mad behind that. But this person followed this black man all the way to his residential neighborhood just to argue with him because of something that happened on the highway. I've heard of stories where someone pulled off of the highway and followed this mother into the parking lot of a Walmart and he shot her. I think he killed her too. Then, of course, the one about the young lady who was on her way to college, and because she got in front of him, he pulled out his gun and shot into her window, striking her, and she crashed into a ditch and she died. And we all remember that story. The case from that was the outcome that we all wanted. That person is in jail for the rest of his life. Unfortunately, that won't bring her back. But you're noticing a pattern here. Rarely do you ever hear of a road rage story that involves black people doing this. And if black people do have road rage, it never goes to this extreme. Like, they act like they are the king and queens of the road. But then again, when society tells you that you are superior to everybody else, then that's how you act. But I'm glad that the woman survived this. I don't know the severity of it. I noticed that she was shot in the face. She didn't die, but yeah, some people just don't need to be on the road, period. Some people just don't need to be driving at all. This person right here is one of them. And they need to make sure that, and see, $35,000, that's way too low. Because at 10%, then, that's how much he has to pay. Now, I'm not sure because it says secured bond. And I want to say that a secured bond means that they have to pay the whole amount. I'm about to Google that right now because I'm not sure. It says a secured bond is a type of investment in debt that is secured by a specific asset owned by the issuer. The asset serves as a collateral for the loan. If the issuer defaults on the bond, the title, let me see. Secured bill means paying money to secure your release. In simple terms, you pay to pay money or collateral when the bail amount is set. I'm trying to find what the difference between unsecured and secured. But that's basically what they're saying, because it says unsecured means that which holds the accuser liable for breaching the bond's condition. In this case, you will have to sign a contract or agree to go to court. Fail to do so, you promise to pay later the agreed amount before the court. So he has the first one. I don't know if that means he'll have to pay 10% if he has to pay the whole thing, but either way, he has to pay it. But still, $35,000 for what he did is way too low, because that woman could have died. And this should have, in my opinion, while they're throwing out hate crimes for the Asian community all crazy and all over the place, this could have been labeled as a hate crime too. Because who knows what kind of slurs he probably called her in the midst of all of that before he shot her. He could have called her all kind of NBs. And y'all know what that means. But yeah, hopefully the woman will be okay. It sounds like she will be, because they didn't mention that she had any life-threatening injuries, although that was an injury nonetheless by this SOB that you see in this picture right here. I don't know why he looks so sad. He knows what he did was wrong, and he know he fucked up. And I always want to say that people who have road rage like that, this isn't their first time going off like this, but it may have been the first time it goes to that extreme. But yeah, and I bet you it wasn't even that serious. It's not like she was about to clip him or bumped into the back of him. She probably was going around him and got in front of him, and he got mad because she did that. That's road rage for them. Is someone getting in front of them, which happens every single day on the highway, or when you're driving on open roads. That's common. It happens all the time.